44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Friday, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in that attic like they in front. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about? Hey,
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a preach hoe. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with that fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. That's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR 223. Draco with a magazine.
Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're squirming off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commanding to get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gon' be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
Yo, Lot.
And I'm screaming more fire, more fire.
Yo, Lot. These niggas stuck, man.
Lock. I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feed it safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see that hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the most high. Pray I see the gates. I was about to Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of their payment, and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental, and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they menstrual and get the whining like a bitch, just like iron, they rust. Niggas trying, they luck, keep it real. Everybody out here lying, save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with their fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, going ahead and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Now she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, trying to run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. On my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, close game, hit different. We focus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots digging, never been a house shoe. She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I sit the body bag like a onesie. Dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the end that feed you. Never lend a whole shit. We don't want half of the world, man. We coming for this whole shit. But in the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road I'm trip. In the den with the lions. I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul. That's a real price. Getting led by a coward. I don't know what that feel like. Black on black toes to my head. I can't kill Christ.
I'm down for my niggas. I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas. I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas. I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas. I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what are the leaf to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you. It means like, who is this nigga? But like, where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahau. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he fucking need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he come with more fire, more fire.
Alright, shalom Israel, shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. You know what I'm saying? With the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahana. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been bringing the truth about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of the transatlantic slave trade are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. You know what I'm saying? God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? We've been bringing that out since 1969 and teaching our people how we should live. You know what I'm saying? Undoing the brainwashing of the oppressor, his ways, his customs, his holidays, and you know what I'm saying, deconstructing his language. You know what I'm saying? And going back to how, you know, how our ancestors were, going back to seek the old path. You know what I'm saying? Seeking these law, statutes, commandments, the way we serve our God, serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Serve our Father, the customs and the high holy days that we, as the children of Israel, keep. You know what I'm saying? And also returning back to our language. You know what I'm saying? Speaking our original tongue. You know what I'm saying? The language we would have spoken before we were taught English, Spanish, French, German, or Dutch. You know what I'm saying? All these languages we speak today. Before we spoke patois, you know what I'm saying? And broken English. And this down the third, we spoke biblical Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? We are, you know what I'm saying, what they would call Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That is our language and that is our nationality. All right. So today's class is the Lashawan Qadash class. This is where I teach you how to read, write, and speak biblical Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So I see a couple people in. First of all, we got Kyle. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Shalom. Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Most High Christ. We got a couple in the comments. We got Rab Kwa. All right, Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahweh Shai. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go through it and then just give all the sisters a salute. Every time I do this, I do individual salutes. Let's just get all the sisters, then let's get all the brothers. All right, we got Nezamana, Shalom. All right, Lord of Christ. We got Kaila in the comments, Most High Christ. Okay. And we got the sister Kwame Da to the sisters, Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahweh Shai. But for the brothers, we got Barakia Allah, you know what I'm saying, Most High Christ. Priest and Officer Barakia Allah in the building. We got Bada Bing, Makwalia Allah, Most High Christ. All right, triple Makwalia Allah. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Okay. I see a couple stated that registry in the comments as well. As I like to do at the beginning of each class, you know what I'm saying, I like to have the students state their registry. So, Kaila, could you state your registry for me, Baba Kushar?
Khan. Kaila Bathi Hawada Bathi Asharala.
Most High Christ. So, Kaila Bathi Hawada Bathi Asharala. All right. So, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put up the hold on. I see a couple sisters state they registry. We got Rab Kwa. So Rab Kwa, Bathra Alban, Bathia Sha'ala. Now I'm saying a daughter of Reuben. We got Nazamana, Bathia Hawada, Bathia Sha'ala, a daughter of Judah. Most High Christ. We got that's the same sister. We got sister Kwame Da. So Kwame Da, Bath Yahawada, Bathia Sha'ala, Most High Christ. So another daughter of Judah. All right. So let's go ahead and share the screen. And we'll go ahead with tonight's class. So tonight's class, you know what I'm saying, we are recapping weather in Hebrew, right? So the Hebrew words for, you know what I'm saying, the different forms of weather, you know what I'm saying, you come across. All right, so first thing I want to do is let's read through the Hebrew alphabet. Kaila, could you read through the alphabet for me?
Aba, Ga, Da, Hawa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ. That's excellent. All right. So, you know what I'm saying, as the sister read, you know what I'm saying? So, again, with the Hebrew, you're reading from left to right. All right. So, you got Ba, or I should do it here in the paleo, right? Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Okay, that's the Hebrew alphabet. Also, for anybody who doesn't, might not know how to state their registry, if you're new to class, you know what I'm saying, the way you'd state your registry, you'd say your name, then you'd say Ban or Bath. So Ban if you're a brother, meaning son of, Bath if you're a sister, meaning daughter of. Okay, then you'd say your tribe in the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, then you'd again say Ban or Bath, then Yasha'Allah, which is Israel in Hebrew. Okay, so let me also let me put this in the chat. If there is anybody who you might be new to classes and you're still working on obtaining your Hebrew name, I want you to fill in this attendance sign-in sheet that I'm about to put in the chat. All right, so hold on 1 second. Let's do like do that. Okay, so you got the attendance sign-in sheet in the chat. You can follow the link and sign in. Also, let me put this in the chat too. If there's anybody who wants to attend, the UK Hebrew class, you know what I'm saying, all you have to do is contact us, contact the school, let us know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader, and you can receive the link to join these Hebrew classes like you see at Kaila today. Okay, so what we're doing today is a quick recap of the different forms of weather, and then we're gonna boot up a Kahoot quiz that I've prepared, you know what I'm saying, to test our knowledge. And it's always a good revisory tool, get some competition going, and we'll see who can win the quiz, you know what I'm saying, who can win the Kahoot. All right, so let me scroll down, zoom out a little bit. Okay, so as we went over this, I think this was the week before last, right? We went over the different forms of weather in Hebrew. If you don't have these noted down already, you know what I'm saying, you do want to note these down. If anybody would like as well, with any as with any of these any of the sheets or train or what's the word, Hebrew material that I put together, if you would like to just receive a copy of like this table right here, you can always reach out to myself. I'm more than happy to send out any resources that help anybody with making their Hebrew notes, or making printouts, things like that, to help you learn things and words and phrases that you would use kind of day to day. All right, so as we're going through the weathers, I've kind of grouped it into types. So the first type we have is rain and precipitation, right? So these are things that precipitate and fall from the clouds. Okay, so the first one we have is rain. And Kyla, could you tell us how we'd say rain in Hebrew?
Matar.
Matar. Okay, so matar is rain, right? That's the general word for rain. So if you want to say it's raining, you use the word matar, right? You probably say like mawatar to say raining, right? So if you want to say rain, you say matar. There's also like a heavy rain version of that. So if it ain't just raining, it's pouring. It's a downpour. It's what they call showers of rain, right? Really heavy rain. There's a separate word you can use for that. That word is gasham. All right, gasham is the word for heavy rain, like showers of rain. Okay. Bada bing. Kyla, could you give us the next word? I think is it still on, or am I disconnected?
Disconnected.
Okay. All right, no sweat. All right, while the sister gets back in. Okay, so the next one we have is sprinkling rain. So like almost the you have your regular rain, then you have heavy rain, but you might also have light rain, right? Light rain, you could call it early rain. This also can refer to like in Israelite customs, like the early rain is I forget like what kind of time period it would be. It would be the rain that's early on in the year that helps to get the ground to be planting crops again. You know what I'm saying? Get the ground ready to be planting and harvesting, right? That's the early rain. You can also use this word to say there's various ways people will say it. You might say sprinkling outside, or it's spitting outside. It's the very light rain. You could use this word. All right, so that word is yawara. All right, so yawara. Okay, so if you want to say it's raining very lightly, you'd use yawara. Okay, Kaila, could you give us the next word, next type of precipitation?
Snow would be shalag.
So snow in Hebrew is shalag, right? So shalag, if you want to say it's snowing or there was snow, you'd use the word shalag. Okay, the next word is hail, right? Hailstones. You want to say it's hailing, you know what I'm saying, or there was hail, or whatever you want to say, you would use the word barad. All right, so barad is hail in Hebrew. Okay, and give us the last one in the precipitation. Now, this one isn't necessarily just precipitation, but I've put it here that is kind of relevant for the category. Okay, could you give it this last one?
Flood would be mabawal.
So flood would be mabawal, right? There are a couple words for flood, but this one is the most common. So this one is the word that's used, especially when Noah, those situations with Noah and the flood. The word for flood, for that circumstance or that occurrence was mabawal. It's the most common word you can find for flood, so we would generally use that word for flood. Okay, so now we're moving on to clouds and condensation. Okay, so this is your thing, your cloud, which is basically things that are condensed water vapor, right? So clouds and condensation. So first, of course, you have the generic, the general word for cloud. In the Hebrew, it's ainan. All right, so ainan is cloud, or you'd say like ainanium to say clouds. Okay, could you give us the next one, Kyla?
Thick or dark clouds would be Ib.
Ib. So if you have thick or dark clouds, right, this is where, you have your general, like almost like in this image, right? In this image, it's a really thick cloud, right? You could have your more, airy, kind of more see-through clouds. Those would just you use Ainan. If you have a thick cloud like in this image, or if you have dark clouds where it looks like it's about to rain, you'd use the word Ib, right? Or Ibium, okay, to say those thick, dark clouds. All right. The next one, to say dew. So this is where, in the mornings where it's a lot of condensation in the air or high humidity, you will see like water droplets on like grass or or on your car bonnet, your car windows. You'll see little droplets of water. That's what's known as dew. Okay, in the Hebrew, that word is tal. Okay, so tal is how you'd say dew in the Hebrew. All right, let's get the next one, Kyla.
Mist or fog would be odd.
So your mist or your fog, right? So this is where, very similar to the dew, you have a lot of water vapor in the air, condensation, but it's not turned into water. It's still that mist. It's still that water vapor in the air. So that can translate into fog or mist, right? That we'll call it today. In the Hebrew, would say ad. All right, so ad is how you'd say mist or fog. Let's get the next one, the last one in this category.
Ice or frost would be korak.
So ice or frost is korak, right? So where you have ice forming, whether it's rained, and because it's cold, the ice, the water turns into ice, makes the road slippy as hell, causes all types of accidents, that sort of thing, or whether it might be, again, water vapor in the air, but instead of turning into dew, because it's that cold, it goes directly into its ice form, right? So it comes from water vapor, which would be a gas, goes directly into the solid, right? That would be, if you want to get scientific, it'll be sublimation, okay? And that is what we call frost, right? Where you'll see it's where it forms the ice. It's not like flat ice. It forms those crystals. That would be frost. Both of those words in the Hebrew would refer to as korak. Okay, so korak meaning ice or frost. All right, so let's get the next one. So next we have wind and storms. Okay, so wind and storms. So for the generic word for wind, the word for wind is rakah, right? It's the same word for like spirit, right? Or I don't think soul is a different word. Soul is napash. But if you look up the word spirit in Hebrew, you'll see rakah, right? So rakah is a word which can mean spirit. It can also mean breath, and it can also mean wind. Okay, so that if you're saying it's windy outside, or it was a day of wind, or so on and so forth, you'd use the word rakah. Okay, Kyla, could you get me the next word?
Tempest or whirlwind would be sa'ir.
No, sorry, Christ. So a tempest or a whirlwind, where you have heavy, or I should supposed to say strong winds, right? Like strong gales, you have hurricanes, tornadoes. These are the type of things that this will fall under, right? That word would be sa'ir. Okay, sa'ir to say strong wind, very strong winds, tempest or whirlwind. Okay. The next one we have thunder, right? So kind of joining together with thunder and lightning. Thunder is the sound. Lightning is the actual, plasma that hits the ground and, can burn trees down or split a tree in half or strike somebody and almost unalive them, right? The thunder part is ra'im, right? So the thunder part, what you hear in Hebrew, that is ra'im, okay? And then, Kyla, could you give us the word for lightning?
Barak.
Barak. All right, so the word for lightning in Hebrew is barak. What I'm saying? Shout out to Officer Barak at DC and Officer Barak Ya'ala, what I'm saying, who checked in earlier out of Montreal, right? So Barak means lightning, right? Also, I suppose shout out to Ra'im. We got saying we got brother called Ra'im and I should really shout out all the brothers' names I recognize. Let me see. We got Korak, what I'm saying, Officer Korak. I forget what zone he had. We got Officer Korak Ice. What I'm saying, we got No brother named Bazal Rakar, meaning iron spirit. You know what I'm saying? We got that. We got Ra'im, a brother in Chicago named Ra'im. We got Barak, you know what I'm saying? Barak at DC, Barak at Ally Montreal. All right, let's go ahead. So now we on temperature and seasons. All right, so these are the words relating to temperature, you know, words that might apply, and various seasons in the year. Okay, so the first word we have is the word for sun, right? Sun, or how you'd say like it's a sunny day. Okay, that word is shamash. All right, shamash. Okay, that's how you'd say sun. Okay, La, could you give us the next one?
For heat or hot and warm is kam.
All right, so the word for heat, or to say it's a warm day or a hot day, you'd say kam, right? Kam. That is also, you know, the name, like the name Ham. In Hebrew, it would be kam, meaning hot, right? Those Hamites, that is their name in Hebrew. But the word itself just means hot, right? Hot or warm, heat is being applied, right? Okay, so if you want to say it's a hot day, you use this word here. Okay, since we on the things to do with heat and the sun, the next word we have is summer, right? Now in the Hebrew, you don't have like 4 individual seasons like, you know, like the oppressor will teach. The oppressor will teach spring, summer, autumn, or fall if you're in America, and then winter, right? So you have 4 seasons according to the oppressor. In our customs, you really only had 2 seasons, right? In the Bible, it's known as summer and winter, right? That's what it would translate to. You have basically your warmer seasons and your colder seasons, right? You have like your springtime and summertime is like a certain harvest, and then you have a different harvest for your autumn time. You don't really harvest anything in winter, but you have like a different harvest in autumn, right? So really, in Hebrew, there's 2 seasons. There's summer, which would include what we would today call spring, and then, you know, later on we're going to see winter, which would include what today we would call autumn or fall, right? So summer in the Hebrew is kwayataza. Okay, so kwayataza is how you'd say the summer, and also, you know, if you're talking about basically the warmer months, so including spring and summer. Okay, let's get the next word.
Drought is karab.
Right, so drought is karab, right? Drought is karab. So this is where, you know what I'm saying, it's dry. You know, the soil is dried up, cracking up, you know what I'm saying? You can't there's no water. There's lack of water, and you know, for anything to survive, you need water, right? So if there's like a drought, if it's like a desert, dried up, there's no water, that word is karab. Now, you may also recognize this word karab to mean sword, right? And that's almost poetic. You know, a sword is something that can devastate somebody, right? Karab, you know what I'm saying? It comes from that kind of word meaning, you know, to cause devastation, to cause a drought to dry up, right? A sword can cause devastation. So that's why that word is also karab. But karab would be the word for drought, meaning to dry up, to drought, to devastate, right? Meaning to, you know, a drought will absolutely devastate a land like a sword will devastate a man. You know what I'm saying? So they share almost the same word. I'm saying we also have a officer in Killeen, Texas. Right? Shout out to Officer Karab. Right. The next one we have, who are we on? Me or Yusuf? I think you just went drought, right? Okay, so next we have cold, right? So we have, you know, how you'd say it's a hot day or a warm day. If you want to say it's cold, you know what I'm saying, or it's a cold day, you'd use the word quar or quara, right? So quar is like the original word. Where I've seen the word cold being used is, I think, mostly written as quara, but it kind of depends on whether what you're talking about is masculine or feminine, right? So either of those words can be used. Okay, so quar or quara. Okay, and then the last one, Kyla.
Winter is karat.
Oh, sorry, Christ. So winter, again, you know what I'm saying, including kind of what we would call autumn or fall is Karab. Okay, so Karab would be your colder season, right? Your colder, cold season. Okay, Karab. All right. So also with these, what I did when I went through this the week before last is I put in like sentences of how you would say it was a, it was a sunny day, or it is a rainy day, or it will be a windy day, so on and so forth. All right. So the way you'd say it was, it was a sunny day, for example. So sun in the Hebrew is shamash. So the way you'd say that is Haya Yawam Shamash. What that transliterates to is it was a day of sun, right? But it's how you would say it was a sunny day, basically, right? To say it is, right? Say we're saying it's a rainy day, right? Like today is a rainy day. You'd say Haya'ah, meaning it, right? Or it is. Then you'd say Yawam Matar, meaning rain, right? So you say Haya'ah Yawam Matar, meaning it is a day of rain. It is a rainy day, is how we would translate that, right? To say it will be, right? Like if you're saying it will be a windy day, right? Whether you're talking about tomorrow, next week's, whatever, right? That's what we're going to later get onto these like time frames, which you can use, right? If you're saying it will be a windy day, for example, you'll say Yahaya, right? So Yahaya means it will be, or it will become. You'd say Yawam Rakah, right? So that would transliterate to it will become, or it will be a day of rain. Sorry, a day of wind, right? Meaning it will be a windy day. Okay. So I hope that makes sense for everybody. If anybody does have any questions as we going through it, what I'm saying, please just let me know. Also, let me shout out these brothers that joined the class. We got Ayathan, what I'm saying? We got T. Will Williams, what I'm saying, Lord in Christ. We got Nelson Chalmers or Calmers. All right, Most High in Christ. Yahabashim Yahshabakatham. Okay, so we got kind of how to say it was, it is, or it will be a sunny, windy, rainy day, and you can kind of, put in whatever kind of word you want to use. You could say it's going to be a hot day, or it's going to be a cold day, so on and so forth. Okay. Next, I've put over here common time frames, right? So particularly when we're talking about weather, I'm putting like to say today. Today in Hebrew is Hayawam, right? Hayawam, which translates to this day, right? Today. So you can say today it is, so on and so forth. Or you could even say if it, you towards the end of the day, today it was a rainy day, what I'm saying, so on and so forth. Okay. We got how you'd say tomorrow. Tomorrow in Hebrew is makar. All right, makar. Okay, that's how you'd say tomorrow. So you'd say, tomorrow it will be whatever. Tomorrow it will, you can even say tomorrow it will snow. What I'm saying? So on and so forth. All right. Then you have yesterday. Yesterday in the Hebrew is thamawal. All right. So yesterday is thamawal. Yesterday it was this. It was hot. Yesterday there was thunder and lightning, so on and so forth. Right. You also have these time frames. I'm saying, to say morning is Bakwar. To say noon is Tazahar. Say afternoon is Natwath Hayawam. Right, which is I forget when we I want to look this up, right? Because when we went through afternoon, I remember breaking down like what it means. So we of course know Hayawam would be today, right, or this day. The Natwath is probably like middle of the day, like saying like that. Let me see if I can find the word for that. Hold on, I'm searching afternoon. Let me see if I can find that, because I wanna it's just come to mind. I wanna know. I wanna recall what that netwath means. So let me see. I'm just looking over here. Nata. Yeah. So if I look over here, right? Hold on. Move. I'm gonna share over here, right? So I just looked in this verse that has the word afternoon, right? They tired until afternoon. So I'm gonna scroll down, all right, until afternoon. So you have Natwath Hayawam, right? So that's how it phrases afternoon, right? So the Natwath part, the root word here is Natah, meaning, let me find it, to stretch outward, to extend, to turn, to pervert, to incline. Okay. Okay, so I think it basically translates to the incline or the bend of the day, meaning, you know, when what we call noon today is really just supposed to be where the sun is at its highest point, right? So it's reached, you know, the sun's rising from the east and it's reached its highest point. It's reached the bow. It's reached where it's gonna start now going down, right? So it's so that's basically what that means, like the bow of the day or the incline of the day, if that all makes sense. Basically, where the sun is at its highest point, so it's now bending and going to set in the west. Okay, for anyone that found that interesting, I did just want to run through it for my own for my own mental recollection. All right, so we also have evening in the Hebrew, which is Irab. We have night in the Hebrew, which is Layal, and we have twilight, right? Twilight can be relating to dawn or also dusk. I think dawn is like in the morning, right before the sunrise. So before the sun rises, it's called dawn. So you can see kind of the light trickles through before you even see the sun, right? And that's called dawn. The same thing in the nighttime. It's before, I think it's before the sun officially sets. It's called dusk. You know what I'm saying? Both of those you would refer to as nashap in Hebrew. Okay. All right. So let me see these comments.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
For dawn, I have shakar. Is nashap like? Should I erase shakar and put nashap, or is shakar like just a different way to say it?
Let me see. It's probably, you know what I'm saying, you know, in Hebrew, that could be multiple words for the same word. So let me look at, you said dawn, right?
Yeah, I think it's just for dawn, like not dawn and dusk.
Okay, so for dawn, we have nashap right here. Hold on. Yeah, for dawn, dawning of the morning, dawning of the day, twilight. So that's like the dawn and dusk thing. Let me see. You said shakar?
Khan.
Okay, shakar. Shakar to me, from what I recall, that word means dog. It might be, hold on, let me, because it's not coming up for dawn exactly. Let me see. You have IPM. IPM is your eyelids, right? So that's probably like poetically can mean dawn, as in like the way your eye closes, it gets darker, that sort of thing, or where your eye opens. Let me see. Shakar. I wish there was a way I could reverse engineer. Let me just search the word dark, because that's what I understand Shakar to mean. Let me see. Shakar. Exact match. Also, put in these comments. I respect no sign curse. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, no sign Christ. I said it don't make sense. Okay. All right, the water. Okay. All right, so let me look up, what was it? Dark, right? Shakar. We have nashap. That's the word we have here, right? Okay, so dark. The word we're looking for. Shakar. I don't know why it's not even coming up here.
I could have sworn I got it from one of your classes, but no, I'm not so sure.
Nah, it's no sweat. It's no sweat. So let me see. Let me see. What if I search dusk? Let's see if that'll work. Nah, I don't come up with anything. There's another way I can search it. I don't wanna Let me see. So we ain't going to the quiz yet, so it ain't no rush or anything. I do want to find this where we got Shakar from, but I think you can. You can remove Shakar for dawn and put in the shop as dawn and dusk. Okay, so let me search.
I'm just over here making words up.
Nah. It's probably we found the word because the word itself sounds familiar. Let me just see if I can find it. And Shakar, it was a Sha, a Ka, and a Ra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shakar. Here we go. Shakar, okay. To become drunk or drunken. Oh, Shakar is like strong drink. It was probably, a bunch of different versions. Shakar, yeah, Shakar is strong drink.
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Are you supposed to be sharing a different page?
Is it? Oh, over here. Salakia. Right. So I looked up the word Shakar. Comes up with this to be or become drunk or drunken. Strong drink. It could be Tahaya, as in like Issachar, Yashakar. I'm saying that word there. Higher or wages. So basically I have Shakar to mean strong drink or to be intoxicated or to be, referring to hiring or wages. Let me see, because let me go to another way I could do it, I suppose, is just searching Shakar here. Yashakar, which means, he is hired. That's the name of Issachar. Issachar again. Yashakar. Shakar. To be drunk. Okay. Strong drink. I remember we did that. Shakar, strong drink. Okay. I don't know why it skipped over the one where we went through the which one? This one? Yeah, strong drink. Yeah, so Shakar means more strong drink. All right, so it could be to be drunk or the strong drink itself. All right, so that is Shakar. I might have had some mixed up. I almost want to search
I have it with the CH.
Shakar. Right. Okay, so that's what I wanted to confirm with you. Okay, so it's this one. All right, let me search this word. Shakar. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Right here. And Shakar here means black. Right. Okay. So that's also what I remember it from. So it's right. It's just the same word almost. Am I sharing the right screen? I should be sharing over here. All right. So I searched Shakar. Okay. So you want to be careful whenever you saying the word. Is it a ka or is it ka? Right. So Shakar. All right, so right over here. This is where you will have got that from. Okay, so when we went over colors, I'm saying, and so forth, the word for black, which is, just like we saw over here, black, this would be the root word, right? So Shakar, okay, and we have here Shakor. Yeah, so I think this is one. Yeah, this is where you will have got it from, basically. The word for black we have here is Shakawar. Right, and the root word is Shakar, meaning dawn. Right, but I suppose the more, and I can check this. Okay, we got over here dawn, daybreak, morning. All right, but let's see how many times this is used. This is used 16 times to say dawn. Okay, 2 times to say daybreak, or I guess, okay, about 16, 17 times. And then if we search Nashap, so let me search Nashap here. Let's do it like Nashap. Like this. So I just gotta remember to use the one with a different ending. So if we search Nashap over here, of course it ain't going. All right, we got Nashap here. So let's use that. If I search dawn, Let's get some clarification of whether we'd use Nashap or Shakar for dawn. We might even like split it out. So if why is it not coming up now? Hold on. Dawn. We literally just searched this earlier. Okay, here we go. All right, dawn, lexicon, Nashap, biblical usage, concordance results. That's what we want. No, that's not what we want. What do we want? I don't know how many times it's used. Is that? I need to make this bigger. The shop.
We just passed it, right?
Like how many times it says each individual word?
Mm-hmm.
Am I tripping?
Oh,
here. I am tripping. Okay, so this is a word. Okay. So this is a word which means mainly twilight. So referring to both. Okay. And then we have this word shakar. If I go back over here, shakar meaning specifically dawn or daybreak. I don't know. It's interesting that it doesn't come up when you search in the blue letter. I don't know why that is, but it seems like we'd use this word for dawn, shakar. Hold on. Somebody asked, so if is spelled shakar. Okay, I don't this or soccer. I don't know what that word is. Are you referring to this I suppose that might have been the shakar with the ka, meaning strong drink. But with the vowels you're using, like the U as a vowel, in biblical Hebrew, there would be no vowels, right? Vowels is something that the oppressor added on later to make, oohs and ohs and e's and i's and is, that's something the Jewish man added because he couldn't understand a language without vowels, right? But the Hebrew language is basically a language of only consonants. And what would connect those consonants is an ah sound. That's why all the Hebrew words like Yahweh Shai, the only difference from that is the letter I, right? But Bahasham, Yahweh, they all have an ah sound, right? So yeah, Shakar is a different word. Shakar means dawn, daybreak, or morning. So what I'll do. Let me search over here. Is there even a separate word for like dusk? See if I can find that. Thick darkness, twilight, evening. Even I suppose the evening could relate to the evening twilight. That's like, I don't want to make it too complex, but you can use shakar for dawn. It's more common. So we'd go with what's used the most. That's more likely to mean what it is we're trying to say. Okay, so yeah, use shakar, and I'm gonna update my notes over here. Session of shop. Okay, let me do dawn and Salakia. The water's the one, Kaila, pointing this out. So let me do dawn as shakar. And then since we're doing this, I might as well see if there's a more common word for dusk, like I was just trying to do. Let me just, I might have not even shed back. Okay, so dusk, 4 entries found. Okay, so we got a pile. Let me just go through it this way. So what's the one? Darkness or gloom? So we wouldn't really use that. Hold on, let me add whoever's just joined. All right, I think this is Ayala. All right. Shalom. We got Ayala. Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema Allah Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Most High Christ. What we just went over is a recap from when we went through the different types of weather, right? Do you was you in that class when we went through the different weather?
Con.
You was in that class, perfect. Okay, so what I'll probably do is I'll put it on the screen in just a second. I'm just confirming something regarding this word we're looking for, dusk. Dusk here, okay, evening, twilight, 11. Hold on. So let me do this one here in the shop. The shop is used for twilight, 11 times. So Irab would be more what you'd use. Itala, gloom, darkness. Okay, so I think here's the way we'll do it, right? So we have, let me go back over here. We're gonna have basically the dawn. I'm gonna put first, and it's gonna go up in the different times of days. Okay, now you can use. Let's add twilight here as well. Okay, because I suppose the evening is pretty much any time kind of. The evening has always been a loosely defined word. All right, so let's do it as this. Take this off. Right, so let's revisit our time frame. So dawn is Shakar, morning is Bakwa, noon is Tazahar, afternoon is Natwath Hayawam, evening is Irab, twilight, so like right before the sun's going down, or is it, hold on. While dusk, so dusk is the end of the day, the period of decreasing light after sunset. So the twilight Neshap is actually after sunset. Okay, and then you have night, which is Layal. All right, so those are the different kind of time frames, right? So what I'm gonna do real quickly is I'm basically gonna put this up on the screen for Ayala because we're about to jump into a quiz which is gonna go over these Hebrew words. So Ayala, if you, while I'm booting up the quiz, if you want to have a read through of each of these words, you know, for rain, heavy rain, sprinkling, so on and so forth. If you want to have a read through of these words that are on the screen, and just kind of go over it before we go through the quiz, all right?
Come.
Okay. Also, you're gonna want to know these phrases here, like to say it was a rainy day, it was a nice day, it was a windy day, it will be, you know, whatever day. You want to learn these phrases. You should have them from your notes, you know what I'm saying, and also these 3 time frames. So today, Hayawam, tomorrow, Makar, yesterday, Famawal. Those are the main ones you need for the quiz. Okay, but aside from that, it's basically just going through these words. So let me see if I can.
Are we just doing the weather, like this one on the sheet?
Yes. So we're basically just going through these weathers, and then there's a few questions to say, you know, how would you say it will be this weather, or it will, or it was this weather, so on and so forth.
So look here, sir. I have all of them except from the it was a, it is a, and
okay. No sweat. So let me zoom in here. So what I would probably do is get the time frames down. So just get today, tomorrow, and yesterday, and then note these down. Okay. While I get this up. So let me host live. And while I'm doing this Kahoot quiz, so anybody who's watching online, you know what I'm saying, as long as you have like a phone, you know what I'm saying, any device which connects to the internet, you can also partake in the quiz, you know what I'm saying. See, see if you can beat any of the students in the class. You know what I'm saying? By all means, I encourage healthy competition. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Anybody watching from home who might not be able to be in the class, you can still partake in the quiz. All right. So let's just do this. I don't know why. Let me name this Lashawan Qadash. Okay. All right, can I just do this? Kahoot is just added some new feature that I'm like, just let me get to the simple. It's on about Kahoot Island and just added some complex things to it. Just throws me off sometimes. Hold on, let me just boot this up from the beginning. Okay, so library weather. So host live. Oh, I'm tripping. I should have just clicked something the whole time. Okay, so let's do classic mode. Change the I'm gonna randomize the order of questions, randomize the order of answers. Okay, cool. So let me start this up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send the I'm gonna put the game pin on the screen. So anybody who wants to join, you can just enter the game pin or follow the instructions and join the quiz. So let me do what do I want to do here? This. Okay. And let's paste this there. Okay. So you can join, through a browser if you just type kahoot.it and enter this game pin. It will ask you to enter a game pin. Or if you have the Kahoot app or anything like that, you could just boot up the app and type in this game pin. So I can see Kyle Eyes in here already. Anybody who wants to join, I would just, ask that you put your real name or put your Hebrew name or something. If you don't have a Hebrew name, just put your regular name. That way I can see who it is. Also, of course, don't put anything inappropriate, right? Just put your name. It keeps it simple. If there's anybody who kind of doesn't use the name and put something inappropriate, of course, I will just have to, boot you down. All right, so let me do this as well. Let me prepare here. So we're reading from Numbers 9, verse 5. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna leave this up on the screen for a little bit of time. Let me see. I think yellow's away from it. Let's come back now. Okay.
So lucky, sir. I'm just waiting till the thing downloads.
No sweat. Okay. So while you're waiting on that, because I will wait, of course, to for you to be ready. I want you to basically just be reading through. Just read through the different weathers and just get the words familiar, refreshed in your mind. All right. So I need to keep these. I suppose you can just read from the notes. All right. So just read through each of the different types of weather in your notes, just so it's fresh in your memory. Okay. I wonder if y'all online, can y'all hear the music in the background or no? I might need to share the screen for that to be the case. Y'all just let me know. Okay. Let's see. If anybody you know, is not sure how to join as well, you know, do just let me know. I can explain it again. You know, by all means, just let me know. Also, if anyone has any questions, as always, you know, throughout the class, just put your questions in the chat. I'm always checking the chat, you know, looking to see if there's any new questions. All right, so while we wait for Ayala, let's see. Okay, we've got Ayala in. All right, so if anybody else wants to join, you know, throughout, you know, as we're doing the quiz, you can still join using that code. Otherwise, you know, if anyone needs me to hold up, put it in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and start the quiz. All right, so let me do this. Okay, so I'm gonna share this tab. Turn the volume. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, so first question, what is the Hebrew word for frost or ice? Okay, Mosai and Christ, everyone got that correct. All right, the Hebrew word for frost or ice is korak. All right, korak, well done. Okay, Kayla taking the lead at the beginning. Let's go. Second question, what is the Hebrew word for flood? Good night. Good night. The question was on, but for 2 seconds. Not even 2 seconds. Okay, Mabel Wall is correct. I see y'all is okay. No sweat. I understand. Competition is fierce. Let me. No, I don't want to auto play. Let me just carry on. All right, question 3. What is the Hebrew word for cold? The correct answer here was quar. All right, correct answer was quar, meaning cold. All right, well done. Well done to Kyla. All right, firing off ahead. Okay, which word here means lightning? The correct answer is barak. Well done to both of you. All right, barak means lightning. Okay, let's go on. So which word here means hail in Hebrew? Sorry, Christ. Both of y'all got that correct. The correct answer is barad. All right, barad is hail in Hebrew. Next. Which word means winter? And this is including autumn. Both of y'all got that correct. Karap. All right, karap is a word which means winter. All right, and that would, you know, to daytime include, you know, the season of autumn or fall. All right, which Hebrew word means tempest or whirlwind? No sign before the image can even load up. Y'all are getting this answer. Good night. You're doing very well. I'm proud of y'all. All right, so let's carry on. All right, so what does Ib refer to? This is in the condensation and here's the condensation question. All right, Ib refers to a thick cloud. All right, well done. A thick or a dark cloud. All right, that's brilliant. Okay, what is the Hebrew word for mist or fog? Another type of condensation. Mist or fog is ad. Well done, you both got that correct. Okay, let's carry on. Which word means drought? All right, so which word here means drought? The correct answer is karab. All right, karab means drought or to dry up or to devastate, like a sword. All right, this is one you're going to type in. It's worth double points because you type in. How would you say it is a rainy day? So you type in your answers once you're done. hit submit. Okay, so we're saying it is a rainy day. Or if you're transliterating, it's a day of rain. Remember, once you've typed in your answer, hit submit to lock it in. All right, so the correct answer here was Haya'a Yawam Matar. Right, I also added this one in because you could say, you know, it's a day of heavy rain, but the answer I was really looking for is Haya'a Yawam Matar, which transliterates to it is a day of rain. It is a rainy day. Okay, well done. All right, I could have put in the other one, but you wouldn't really say, you know, it's sprinkling to say it's a rainy day, so I didn't put that one in. All right. So what is the Hebrew word for rain? I suppose it's almost giving you this one. The correct answer is matar. All right, excellent. Matar is the Hebrew word for rain. Okay, let's carry on. What does shalag mean? All right, so what does shalag mean in Hebrew? The correct answer is snow. All right, well done. So shalag means snow. All right, also shalom to the sister Kana. Shalom, Yahweh Shemala Taba Shmi. All right, we got a high stakes quiz going on. So which Hebrew word means dew? Good night. All right, y'all. All right. Most in Christ. All right. I clearly didn't make this quiz hard enough. What does Ra'aim mean? So what does Ra'aim mean? It means thunder. Well done. So thunder, you know what I'm saying, is Ra'aim in Hebrew. Okay. So what does Kwayataza refer to? Correct. The answer is summer and spring, right? Basically summer, including spring. Now it can, you know, also mean warm weather, but you know, the word warm, you can just use calm, right? So Kwayataza specifically refers to the summer, you know, in today's time, including spring. All right, well done to you both. All right, so this is a puzzle. So this is going to be a phrase. It's worth double points. Order these Hebrew words to say it will be a windy day tomorrow. All right, so put these words in the right order. Once you've done so, hit submit to lock in the answer. You're saying it will be a windy day tomorrow. Okay, the correct answer is Yahaya Yawam Rakar Makar. All right, it will be a day of wind tomorrow. Okay, that's how you would correctly order that phrase. Okay, carry on. This is a true or false. So in Hebrew, there are separate words for spring, summer, autumn, and winter. I clearly put the wrong word. Is that true or is that false? I'll need to revisit that. So like we all make typos. That is false, though. You both got it correct. So there are not separate words for each of the 4 seasons as we know them today. Is basically, as we discussed, split into this 2, summer and winter. Okay. Let's carry on. Which term here means heat or warm? Most High in Christ. All right. Calm, as y'all said, means hot or warm or heat. Okay. What is the Hebrew word for wind? The answer is rakah, right? As we done for it's a windy day tomorrow. All right. The answer is rakah, which means wind, breath, or spirit. Okay, let's carry on. Good night, y'all are blazing through these. All right, which word here means cloud in Hebrew? We're looking for the more generic word, right? Which is correct. It's Ainan. We also have the word Aib, which would mean a thick or a dark cloud, but generally cloud is Ainan. Well done to you both. Okay. This is another puzzle, so it's going to be another phrase. And you're going to order, how would you say it was a sunny day yesterday? Okay, so you're going to order these Hebrew words or Hebrew phrases to say it was a sunny day yesterday. Or it was a day of sun yesterday. Okay, so the correct order, Mosai and Christ, you both got this correct. So you would say Haya, meaning it was, Yawam Shamash, meaning a day of sun, Famawal, which is yesterday. Perfect. Okay. Which term here means heavy rain or showers? Or showers of rain. Correct answer is Gasham. Excellent. All right, we both got this right. I think we both got damn near every question right, aside from, I think, 1 or 2. But we're usually doing very well. All right. Let me see. Which word means sprinkling or early rain? Good. The question ain't been on but for a second. Yawara is correct. It's correct. I can't hate. All right. What is the Hebrew word for sun or sunny? This is the last question. Correct answer is shamash. No sign Christ. Well done to you both. All right. So in third place we have nobody. There was only 2 players. But in second place we have Ayala. Well done to Ayala. And in first place, there's only 2. We have Kayala. All right, well done to you both. That was excellent. You surprised me with how quick you answering some of these. That is, I'm saying, like I said, they are lightning fast. The question ain't even been on. As soon as the answers come up, it's already over. All right, but that was outstanding. That was outstanding. Give yourselves a round of applause inside Christ. Okay. All right, so let me stop sharing. And what we're gonna do now? Let me mute the music. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. All right. So, Most High in Christ. All right, y'all did very well. All right. Let me get this up for the second half of the class. Okay. So, let me share my screen again. Bada bing. Okay, so now we're gonna go through vocabulary. Okay, so again, well done to you both for the quiz. That was really, really impressive. Okay, so let me do this. Just bold this side. I like to do that. Is it bolded? It don't look bold to me. All right, let me do this. Okay, so we're reading from Numbers chapter 5 onwards. So let me put it this way. Y'all can see the full screen, right? Nah, hold on. I didn't share the full screen. I meant to do so. Give me 1 second. Share screen. Entire screen. Okay. You should be able to see the full screen in just a second here. Is it up for you or is it still loading?
It's up.
It's up? Okay, it's just still loading on my screen. My screen's slow. All right, so we're reading from Numbers 9 and verse 5. Okay. So it's almost prophetic how, like, whenever we go through whatever class we go through, we always seem to find at least one word from the class that we read and then in the vocabulary. So I want to see if we happen to stumble upon anything we've learned today. Let's see. All right, so the first thing I want to add in is wa as a preposition. Okay, who could tell me what wa as a preposition means?
Salakia.
And, right? So it means and, or in essence, a continuation of what's being said. Okay. Then we have the word yashai, right? Yashai. Yashai, you might recognize, hold on. Oh, it's like it would be ya. All right. So wa, ya, aisha, wa. Okay. So we have ya as a preposition. All right. Ya as a preposition. Tell me what that means. Anybody?
You said as a preposition?
Yeah, as a preposition. So as in, go ahead.
So does it mean he?
It means he, right? So ya as a preposition means he or it. I'm gonna also add that one in there. So it means he or it. Okay. Then we have Aisha. Does anybody know what Aisha means?
Salakia. To do or make.
To do or make. Excellent. All right. Aisha means to do or make. Okay. And then we have wa at the end here, which can typically mean it. It can mean he or him. In this context, it's going to be it, right? So in this translates to is like and he, or the ya can refer to multiple people, right? But and whoever we're talking about, so in this case, we're talking about the sons of Israel. So it'd be and they made, or and they did, right? Then we have this word here, ath, right? So we have and they did it, right? Then this ath, you can tell me what this ath means.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
It tells us what word the is it verb is applying to?
So wait, say again.
Ath tells us what word the verb applies to. Like
exactly. Exactly. Perfectly said, right? So ath is a word, it doesn't have a translation per se, but it basically tells you what the verb applies to, right? So it tells you what the verb applies to. And what is the verb here?
Salakia.
Aisha, right? Which means to do, right? So what is it that they did, right? Ath ha pasak, right? So we're going to get into that, but that's what they did, right? So we have ha as a preposition, which means what?
Salakia. The.
It means the, right? Then we have pasak. What does pasak mean?
Salakia. Passover.
Passover. All right, which we're gonna have very soon. Passover is coming up. It's right around the corner. All right, you'll blink and Passover is here, and you'll realize you haven't paid your Passover fee, you haven't booked your flight yet, or you haven't done this, you haven't done that. Get it done. All right, that's just the broadcast to everybody. Pay your Passover fee. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your flight is booked, the hotel booked, get things situated for this Passover. You know what I'm saying? What is it now? The 57th or the 58th? We up there. The 57th annual Passover. You know what I'm saying? Which will take place in Houston, Texas this year. You know what I'm saying? On what is it? The 5th? No, the 4th of April. The 4th of April. All right, Most High in Christ. Make sure y'all get those dates put down. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your hotels booked, your flights booked, get whatever you need situated, the rental car, get it booked. I'd pay Passover fee, $200, you know what I'm saying, for every adult. You know what I'm saying? So get that situated. All right. So we have, go ahead.
I wanted to ask a question about Ha.
Mm-hmm.
For when we say like Hayawam, you said it translates to like this day or like today.
Yeah.
So like is Ha used as this often, or it like depends?
It depends. It depends. So it can mean the or this, I suppose, as well. But as like a preposition, if you're saying Hayawam, you could say the day as well, but in the context of what we're talking about this day, because the day could refer to really any day. You know, it was the day I was born. You know what I'm saying? Hayawam in essence would mean more this day, right? Today. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Then we have Ba Ra'ashwan. So we have Ba as a preposition, which means what?
Salakia.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kyla, you got it first.
In or on.
In, on. Does anybody know any other word that I would put here? I'm gonna give 3 for this one. So in, on, or you could tell me another meaning for ba as a preposition.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Was it with?
With, right? In, on, with. You can also say against as well, but we'll keep it simple as we can. We'll do in, on, or with. Okay. Then we have Ra'ashwan. You could tell me what Ra'ashwan means. Let me give this one to Ayala. Ayala, do you know what Ra'ashwan means? La'a. Okay. Kayla, do you know what Ra'ashwan means?
First.
It means first. All right, well done. So this is kind of like an ordinal number. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd say second, third. Ra'ashwan is first, right? It comes from the root Ra'ash, which Ra'ash, which means head or chief, right? The head, the chief, the leader, you know what I'm saying, comes from that. All right, Ra'ashwan means first, right? As in like the you know, you could even replace it with the word chief. Like this was my first choice. This was my chief choice. It kind of, you know, translates that way, right? Then we have Ba Arabai, right? So again, Ba meaning on or in. You have Arabai, which is 4. So let me get that. So Arabai. This would be how the root is spelled, right? 4. Then you have Aishara, which means 10, right? So Arabai, so like 10. Arabai Aishara means 14, right? 14th, right? So it translates here to like on the 4 and 10 day, right? Hold on the first. What is it here? On the first 14th day. Okay. Or is it? Oh, they kept. I don't know what they're saying, but anyways, the root words here: Arabai, Aishara. We have Yawam, which means day. So I suppose that's a word we went over today. We have La here as a preposition. La, you could tell me what this means. Anybody?
Khan. 2 or 4.
2 or 4, right? So la as a preposition means 2 or 4. Then we have Qadash. Let me see. Ayala, do you know what the word Qadash means? La. Okay. We pass it to Kyla.
Moon or month.
moon or month. So it means, in essence, so we would use it today more to say month, but it also translates to new moon. You could tell me why that's the case.
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Because the beginning of the month is based on the new moon?
That's correct, because in Israelite custom, the months are not based on the modern day calendar, the Gregorian calendar that we use today. It's based on the new moon. So when there's a new moon in the sky, meaning when the sun is on the opposite side of the moon, so we don't actually see the moon. That's what's called the new moon. That is the beginning of the new month, right? So when you'd see, say, a full moon, that lets you know you're actually in the middle of the month, right? So that's why Qadash is the word for month. Like if you're saying in the first month, I think that's where the Ra'ash one is signifying, right? On the first month, on the 14th day, right? That's when Passover is. Passover is in the first month of the year according to the Bible, which is not January, when we're not currently in the first month. We're still, what I'm saying, damn near in the dead of winter. Even the oppressor's winter, not just wintering, including what we'd call August. All right. So the first month, according to the Bible, it takes place. It would be the new moon that is around the March or April time, right? So that's why Passover, the date, according to the modern day calendar, it changes every year, because the Bible isn't based off this. The Bible isn't based off the oppressor's time. And the Bible says he sought to change the times and the seasons. So now he'll have you thinking the first month of the year is in the dead of winter, like a fool. Like what sense does that make? He'll have you thinking, what I'm saying, whatever. I think that pretty much breaks it down. Like, how is the first month of the year, which New Year's is a pagan custom and a pagan idol, but what is new about January 1st? Like, what is new? What changed? It's still cold as hell outside. It's still, ice on the roads. It's still snowing. It's still the dead of winter when everything's dead. There's nothing new, right? But that's besides the point. Let's read on. We have bayan. All right, bayan is a word which means, I'll go into it. It means between or like within, right? Let me show you over here. Between, among, interval, space, in the midst, right? So you translate bayan as among, between, betwixt. Let me see. Yeah, you see right here, within, that's where I would got that from. Between, or let me see. Let me do. I'll say amongst. I could really just leave it as between. I think that works. I just leave it as between. Right. You could also, by extension, can mean within. Right. So we have ha irabium. So this is a word that we learned, today. Right. So who could tell me the root word in, of course, ha irabium of ha, which is a preposition meaning the. You have irabium, the root word being irab. So irab here is translated as twilight, but who could tell me what irab would mean based on what we learned today?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Evening.
Right? So irab is the evening, right? You can see right here, evening, twilight. It includes that. It includes, dusk, as we literally went over today. Thank the water to Kai a lot for, I'm saying, correcting the what I had wrong with Nashab. You know what I'm saying? So irab would be evening, right? The time before nighttime, right? So evening, and this would include dusk, but I think I left dusk as, oh no, I didn't have dusk, but I have twilight as Nashab, which you can use that still. Evening as irab. All right, so we'll leave that there. Okay. Then we have, where we at? We have Ba Madabar. Okay, so Ba Madabar. All right, shout out to Officer Madabar. All right, no, Officer, yeah, Officer Madabar. All right, so Madabar here means wilderness, right? So let me see. Pasture, a desert, speech, okay, coming as in from the word dabar. So let me see. Mouth, wilderness, tracts of land. Let me see. Okay. A pasture, open field, a desert, or speech. Things that, okay. Okay. So put the bar as wilderness. Also, let me see. I'll put also as mouth. Okay. It does here like madabarka to translate as thy mouth. All right, so it's yeah. So it can be both. All right, so let's do like that. Depending, of course, on the context. Then you have, let's see, Sayanya. Sayanya is Sinai. All right, so Sayanya is Mount Sinai. Okay. Then let me see where we at. We have Kakao. All right, so we have ka as a preposition. You can tell me what ka as a preposition means. Let me get Ayala. Could you tell me what that means? It's like, is she still online? I can't. Check. Okay.
Like.
Perfect, right? Ka as a preposition means like, right? You're comparing something. So what I always do is like as or like, right? So like a tempest, like a whatever, like a, so on and so forth. As or like, you're comparing. Then you have the word cow. Who can tell me what cow means?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
All or any.
All or yeah, like any, every,
or every.
Right? I like to do as all or every or any. Pretty much all of those apply. It's basically everything of this category, everything of what we're about to say, right? Let me take this off. All right, so as all, we have ashar. What does ashar mean?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
right? Ashar means which. Okay. Go ahead.
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
I see it says that.
Yeah.
Is that also like often or sometimes that they put that?
It's they do that a lot. It basically, in its simplest form, it means which. Now, in like modern day, like in English, say if you was to say the person which I lent money to, you'd use a shar for that. But the way you'd say that, translating in English, you'd say the person who I lent money to. So that's why you'll see it defined as who, that, what was it? Who, that, which, when, where. It all in essence means which, meaning if you substituted which here, it would still make sense. It would mean what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just where it's translated to English, they would use more the word that they would use, basically. Like if you say the time which I was born, someone translating that in English might put the word when, right? Or might even that, right? The time that I was born. right? But the word used is ashar. You could interchange it with which. So in its simplest form, I just put it as which, right? Even let me see what it's because let's see what it's mostly translated as, right? You see which here 1,925 times. It means which, but you can change it based on the context, right, of how you would say it, I suppose, in English today, right? If that makes sense. Then you have tazawa. All right, tazawa means to command. Okay. All right, so tazawa, to command, to charge, to appoint, right? In essence, to give a charge, to give a commandment. Okay. Then you have Yahweh, right? So it's Yahweh who's given this command. Yahweh, of course, is the Lord's name, right? So the Lord's name, right? This is the Most High. Okay. Then you have Ath, right? Again, Ath lets you know what the verb applies to. The verb here is tazawa. So the Lord commanded. Who did the Lord command? He commanded Ath Mashah. He commanded Moses, right? So we have Mashah, which means Moses. Okay. You have then Khan. Okay. Khan is a word which means, it means like thus, it means rightly, it means surely, it means yes, right? So we say Khan to mean yes because it means right. That's correct. It is thus, right? You're affirming this is the case, right? Or you're saying it is thus, right? Essentially. So like if you go into this word, it's going to give you thus, so, therefore, rightly, surely, so on and so forth, right? It's in essence, it is so, right? That's kind of how you define this word, right? So let me put I'll put yes because that's like basically simply how you would affirm something is the case. You're affirming something is correct. All right, so yes. I almost want to put in brackets like it is and then the word so. So let me just do that. It's like it is so, it is thus, it is correct. Okay. Where we at? Okay, so we have so like as the Most High commanded Moses, so he did, or so did, or thus did, and I think it's gonna say the children of Israel. Okay, so we have Aisha, we've got already. We have Banya. Okay, so the root here would be ban, which means son, child, descendant, so on and so forth. Then you have Banya, which would be the same thing as like today saying Banyam. It pluralizes it. So this would be sons, children, you know what I'm saying, descendants. All right. So I'll leave it like that. All right. The sons of Yasha'Allah. All right. So Yasha'Allah, all right, which means Israel. Okay. All right. Where are we at? How long is this next verse?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Banya to mean sons or children in the plural, it depends on the context. Because like to say my son, you say Banya also, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why I would more, if I'm saying son, or if I'm saying sons, I would more say Banyam. But you see it a lot in the Bible where it's like Banya Yasha'Allah or Banya Kana'an, the sons of this, the sons of that. You know what I'm saying? Or basically saying the sons of this. It uses Banya a lot, but because of the rules we know, Ban means son, Ya at the end can mean my, it might cause confusion. So I would typically just put sons as Banyam to simplify it. Of course, if we're looking at the context, right, you're not saying my son Israel, right? Because Israel is not your son, Israel is your nation, right? So you could kind of look at it that way. You could look at the context of how you're using Banya, but I would just simplify and say today we would use Banyam to pluralize it. But you'll see instances where it might just add a ya to pluralize it, right? But that's just kind of how it was written at that time. Let me see. All right, we at 8:48. I think we'll close out there. I think the next verse is a little long, and I'd want to complete it. So I think we're good to close out there. All right, so let me see. Kyla, do me a favor. Could you just check if there's any questions or anything in the chat? I can't see the chat. My phone died. Let me see my facts.
I believe there are 2 people that like checked in that I don't think you acknowledged, but there's no questions.
Okay, let me check it now. All right, got Jasmine King. I've got sister here, Sister Jasmine Rib of Trooper Yazakar. All right, Most High in Christ, Shalom, sis. We got the sister Kwame Sha'ala, Most High in Christ, and the Kana, the sister from earlier. All right, so Yahweh Shema Latan Bashim Yahweh Shai to those sisters. All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and close out the class. All right, so let me go ahead and salute any brothers that may be watching. So Yemena Israel, I'm Madiam. Tilt my camera up a little bit. All right, so a little bit more, a little tall. All right, so I'm Madiam Shabbath, I'm Madiam Barak, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Barakatam. Yad Yamata, all right, sisters of York stand, I'm Madiam. All right, we're going to salute the sisters. Ye men of Israel, I'm Madiam Shabbath, I'm Madiam, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
No sign of Christ. Yad Yamata, class dismissed. All right, the water, everybody for watching. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody who watches a video, likes it, shares it, comments. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all next Friday for the next Lashawan Qadash. All right. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West.